Hello there, loves. Welcome back. Dr. Neeta here, and I am the author of the 5-time award-winning book, That Suck Now What? How to Embrace the Magic in Your Mess and Find the Joy in Chaos. And today we are going to be talking about 8 journal prompts that are some of my favorite that I have been inspired from the book, That Suck Now What? And I wanted to share it here. And for those of you who are going through a season of self-discovery, going through a season of transition, going through a season of growth, let's get started. First off, recall a time or a situation, maybe when a worst case scenario happened and it totally sucked. Identify the feeling of suck in your body. Now, most of us actually, whenever we are feeling like gasp for air, or we get bad news, or we get texted, or we got the email that we didn't get the promotion, we didn't get the job, we hold it in our chest. We don't breathe fully, and we have that tension in our chest. Some of us get butterflies in our stomach. Some of us have tension in our neck or our shoulders. Some of us hold it in our jaws, where it feels like when you press in between on the side of your cheeks, you feel a sense of tension and soreness. Some of us feel it in our lower back. Where is that suck in your body? Maybe it's subconscious. Maybe you don't realize, but when you actually get that email or that text message from somebody, your or your initial reaction is to clench your jaw. Your initial reaction is to hold your breath. And so pay attention to this, but I want you to write down, where do you feel that initial suck in your body and what does it actually feel like? This is a deep dive into your introspection, and it's also a deep dive into caring for yourself when moments don't go to plan, when there are sucky moments that actually arises. Number 2, self-regulation. When we are stressed out, overwhelmed, fearful, upset, or angry, our nervous system gets into flight, freeze, fawn mode, and our breathing gets shallow. Our hormones make more cortisol. We are ready to get into battle, and we are not making decisions from a place of calm. Our nervous system is like dysregulated. Our heart's beating faster. It's like we're ready to go into a battlefield with that bear from the jungle. I want you to think of and write down ways that you've been able to calm yourself during moments of fight, flight, freeze, slow down your nervous system, and what can you add to this list? I'm going to give you some examples. Maybe it's drawing, maybe it's dancing, maybe it's singing, maybe you have a certain playlist on Spotify or Pandora or iTunes, maybe it's calling a friend, maybe it's putting on a funny YouTube video, maybe it's just sitting in that emotion altogether and allowing yourself to feel. I've given you examples, so let me know what you've written down in the comments below. Now, getting into the third prompt for your mental health and your self-care, self-nourishment. Now, this is so good and so juicy. This is all about discovering how you can be your biggest champion after setbacks, challenges, and moments that don't go your way. And how do you actually take care of yourself and give yourself what you need during a sucky time? So list all the ways that you would have liked to receive support or acknowledgement or validation or touch during the moments that have sucked. Maybe you wanted your partner to give you a hug. Maybe you wanted your teacher to just tap you on the shoulder to acknowledge that you did the best that you could. Maybe you wanted your mom or your dad or your caretaker to ask, hey, how are you really doing? Or, man, I can't imagine what you're going through. I know that sucked. Now, if this is challenging, I want you to think of what would you have always wanted a parent or caretaker to say to you, or maybe a best friend's advice that you've given them that you would want to receive yourself. This is how we get to find out what is nourishing for us. So go ahead and write down as many things that come to mind. And feel free to also revisit this as well as you encounter sucky moments. Some examples are acknowledgement. You did your best, or touch, maybe hugs, maybe you got body work or a massage done, maybe a supportive way. Somebody makes you soup, or you make yourself hot soup or a hot cup of tea. Maybe activities are nourishing for you. Maybe you go for a walk. Number 4, think of your worthiness. Worthiness is a concept that a lot of times many people who lack self-care, at the core root of it, we don't believe that we are worthy. We don't believe that we're worthy of receiving love. Or if we're going through a breakup, we don't believe that we're worthy of attracting a partner or attracting a friend that cares about us. What are you worthy of receiving when you were going through tough moments or sucky moments? And you can write down all of these affirmations. I am worthy of receiving love. I'm worthy of receiving praise. I'm worthy of receiving gratitude. I'm worthy of receiving friendships that actually care about me. I'm worthy of making myself a bath. I'm worthy of taking myself out on a date. I'm worthy of drawing and making myself laugh. I am worthy of spending time, quality time with myself. This is all about what are you worthy of? Because what you're worthy of is also going to attract your own mental health rituals as well as your self-care rituals. Number 5. Now, this is all about certain emotions and one of the big ones that comes up in interpersonal relationships is resentment. I want you in this prompt to recall past friendships or quarrels or situations or circumstances that have left a taste of resentment. Maybe it was something that just happened yesterday. Maybe this happened at the grocery store. Maybe this happened while you were driving. Somebody cut you off. Maybe this happened and in an email exchange or a friends group. What happened in that situation? More importantly, how did it make you feel? Number 6, what role did you play in this situation? Maybe you were going too fast. Maybe you were going a little slow on the highway. Maybe you didn't respond in time. Maybe your friend perceived it as you didn't care. Maybe you were on your phone the whole time and your friend got upset with you or your brother got upset with you. Many times it takes two to tango in a relationship or any sort of partnership. What was your role? Maybe you didn't speak up when you should have. Number 7, what caused this feeling of resentment or maybe anger or disappointment or misunderstanding or sadness or grief? What caused this feeling? Lastly, how would you have liked to resolve this? Or what would you have liked to happen? Now, most of these are with interpersonal relationships. And my last bonus question is, what would you be able to do for yourself when you have thoughts or feelings that spiral out of control? What are 2 or 3 things that you can actually do to support and nourish yourself? Now, if you found this helpful, if you found any of these prompts helpful, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And if there's any other questions that you would add to this top 8 list for any of our viewers, our watchers, go ahead and put them in the comments below. And if you want more of this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more.